You're watching another episode of Mike B Meets, and today I'm joined by Terry and Phil from Argos Fire. Good morning, gentlemen. How are we?
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
Good morning.
And thank you for coming on episode 2. This is of Mike B Meets.
Excellent.
It's good stuff. So, Terry,
Yes.
nice to meet you, my friend.
And you.
And your company is, it says it on the shirt there, Phil, doesn't it?
Argos Fire Protection.
Excellent. And thank you so much for coming in and having a chat to us about your business. That's literally the reason for these Mike B Meets episodes, is to find out a little bit more about people's businesses and what motivates them and why they are in the business that they're in.
Excellent.
But Argos Fire's been going a long time, hasn't it?
We have, yeah. We started in 1969 down in St Ives.
St Ives?
So, yes, local company to here.
Yeah.
It's been around about 30 plus years now since, unfortunately, we've been out of Cornwall.
Yeah.
But we moved to Exeter to get more of a regionalised area, more central to the whole southwest, so we could cover everywhere a lot easier than, unfortunately, down in St Ives. But yeah, we're going strong. Hopefully, big developments in 2023. And yeah, looking forward to the year ahead.
Exactly. And for you guys, I mean, your bread and butter is what it says on the tin, fire protection. So tell us a little bit about some of the services that you guys can provide.
So we provide everything you can imagine within fire protection. So we have fire alarm systems, fire extinguishers, commercial kitchen suppression, domestic kitchen suppression, pretty much everything you can imagine to do with fire protection for premises, we can cover one way or another. And
that's a big thing at the moment. I mean, obviously, a lot of businesses, if they haven't got the right health and safety policies and procedures and stuff in place, they can get seriously screwed, can't they?
I think so, yeah. And the problem, I think, more than anything else, is there's so much red tape and trying to get the understanding of what is actually required for your premises is so difficult. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to try and break it down into simplified terms and give you the protection you need.
And this is the thing. It's I mean, I'm a business owner myself.
Yeah.
It's alien to me. Fire protection. I'm in advertising, right? I don't know the next thing about fire.
No.
You know, I have to put one out, I think. But I know how not to start one. Let's put it that way.
This is a good way.
I mean, is there? I mean, maybe putting you on the spot a little bit here, but is there any things that business owners should know right now?
So the first thing, obviously, everything starts with a fire risk assessment. You must have, especially for a commercial premises, you must have a fire risk assessment. That will be your Bible. That will be the start to finish of what you need to do to protect your business.
Yeah.
Then after that, it's about then communicating with companies like us to give you the protection you need.
That's important advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phil, tell me a little bit about, because for you, this is a passion, isn't it? I've obviously known you through your partnerships. Obviously, everybody knows your partnerships. We see it on the cups here. But we've obviously met through your partnerships, through obviously David Brock and the networking events that go on here in Cornwall and beyond.
Yeah.
But I hear you talk passionately about fire protection.
Yeah, absolutely, because, it's very easy for it to go under the radar, as you say. In a commercial business, if you make sweets, you make sweets. You don't think about fire protection. You think about your business. And as Terry quite rightly said, our job is to come along, have a chat to you and say, let us take care of the fire protection side. You continue putting your focus into making sweets and we'll look after your fire protection. And it is there to protect lives.
And that's the important thing, isn't it? I mean, it's almost like it's fire. It's quite negative. You don't want to think about it as a business owner. It's a disaster. If something was to happen, it is a disaster, and you don't want to think about it. So, I mean, I remember you guys talking before about almost you're taking that worry away from business owners, aren't you? So they don't have to think about it.
No, it's exactly that. That's exactly what we're here for. We're here to say you continue focusing on what you need to keep the money coming in, and we'll focus on this for you to make life better. One of the products that we've come up with, or Terry was looking into over COVID, because obviously there was an awful lot going on at that time. So
Sure.
Terry was looking at different ways of helping to protect in the future. And one particular product that has kind of really light my fire, if you like, pardon the pun, is a residential kitchen suppression system. If you go into a restaurant and they've got an open plan sort of kitchen, you'll quite often see there's little nozzles sticking down from the canopy, and they are basically there to protect the people. If there's a fire in that area, it will detect it and it'll put the fire out.
Wow.
But there's never really been anything for people at home. Maybe the more vulnerable, older people might be a bit forgetful, leave the chip pan on the hob or something like that. And this product it's relatively inexpensive, to be fair, and will detect a fire and put a fire out before anybody even knows
and
that
especially,
it's happened. And for me, that
it's
is
huge.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
you know,
and especially comparing. I mean, we were talking about this off camera beforehand about the price of care. You know, putting people from their homes into care homes.
Yeah.
And you were saying relatively inexpensive compared to putting people into a care home, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I present, literally sat right here at the healthcare podcast, and we've had a lot of people come on and talk about some of the challenges, is a good way of putting it, I think, that are in the care sector at the moment. And you guys really are looking to take the pressure off, in a small way, take the pressure off the care industry to a certain extent and keep people at home for a bit longer.
Yeah, definitely. That's the whole point. I mean, I come up with a rather cheesy slogan of sort of changing lives, saving lives.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, if you can keep somebody in their home for a couple of years longer, the mental well-being for that person is going to be so great.
100%.
And if that's your mum, your gran, or whatever, the feeling for yourself that they've got that bit of sort of bit more comfort, that they can be in their homes for that bit longer.
Yeah.
And the fact that actually it doesn't cost money, it probably saves a fortune in care fees. So
it's that peace of mind for the family around them, isn't it? You know? And that's what I think. I mean, this product looks fantastic. You've shown me videos of it. Yeah. There might well be a video of it soon that appearing on social media. I'm not going to say any more, but we'll keep that for quiet for now. But I want to go back a little bit, because 1969, I'm going to make an assumption here, Terry, and say that you're not old enough to have started the company in 1969.
No, I wasn't. No, I was.
So tell me about your journey.
So I started in the fire protection industry in 2008 with another company. I joined Argos Fire Protection in 2016 to work then under the old CEO and old managing director, to really help them, bring the business into the future, really stabilise it, and have a longevity about it.
Sure,
they've done a fantastic job of getting it to where they wanted to, but I think I was there to really move it forward with them. Then COVID hits. We put some fantastic measures into place and did very well in protecting our business. And then the managing director and CEO decided they wanted to retire and offered me the position of MD, which I started in 2021.
Oh, wow. So really, recently then.
Yeah. So it's been a couple of years nearly now. Fantastic journey. It's just now about building on the foundations that was left. And it's so much potential to really go, big for us. But obviously with providing fantastic support and services to customers across the Southwest.
And that's something that you said was really important to you, was that service, and that,
it is.
To putting your customers first.
100%. We are a regional company. We definitely want to be anything but a regional company. The Southwest is our area. Yeah. We, know how other operators work. We like to know our customers by name. We like to have a conversation with them. We want to have that focus on their safety and them being number one priority rather than anything else.
And that's the most important thing, isn't it? And
Absolutely.
Phil, obviously, knowing you through the networking, I've heard some fantastic... You always hear things through the grapevine when you network, don't you?
Absolutely.
I've heard nothing but positive things about the service that you also provide. And you look after... Well, tell us about the area that you cover.
Well, pretty much I cover the area that Argos Fire cover. Yeah. I sort of work on the banging the drum side.
Yes.
Sort of business development is the more technical term for it, but banging the drum, I don't mind entering a room and saying I'm here to bang the drum. Sort of breaks the ice, it makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, Terry's been brilliant, to be honest with you. It's really nice. I worked for a very old established company previously, but was very corporate and was very sort of stuck in its ways. Mm-hmm. And it's been so refreshing coming to work under Terry and the vision he's got for the future. And it's just all about fire protection. It's about looking after the customer, providing what you would expect would be out there and just doing the job right. And it's great to have the support of the MD, and that's his drive, that's his focus. It's what he wants to do. And
it's important. Company culture is huge. I mean, I've talked a lot with companies on well, not just this podcast, but other ones about company culture and how important it is. And it comes from literally from the top to the bottom and then outwards to your customer base. And as I say, I hear nothing but positive feedback.
Well, that sounds good to you. Yeah,
I really do. I'm not just saying that. People know I'm very, very honest on this with people. But what my last question to you guys would be, if someone's got a question about fire protection and safety, what's the best way of getting a hold of you guys?
All the avenues available, but I would always speak on the phone.
Yeah?
I love a phone call. I love a chat.
Let's hear the phone number.
This is it. So it's 01392 205000.
Excellent.
And speak to me, speak to Phil. We are here to provide help for anyone who needs it.
And you guys are on all the social media platforms,
Absolutely.
and you've got your website as well.
Yeah, argosfire.co.uk.
Brilliant. Well, we'll make sure we put that in the comments so that people know how to get hold of you. But thank you so much for coming on today. Terry and Phil from Argos Fire Protection. This has been another episode of Might Be Meets. If you want to come on a future show, make sure you get in touch with me or Shane or one of the guys here at the Cornwall Channel. And thank you to producer Jay for producing the show as always. Legend. And we'll see you next time.